everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Dana, aka Blondie Knots here on YouTube, and if you're not new here, welcome back, my friend. Today we are doing a little bit of a studio vlog again. I have my very first wholesale order that was placed this week. A yarn shop reached out to me and they asked if they could purchase a large amount of my yarn hank earrings, which is really so exciting. Wholesale is never something I really imagined getting into, but they did ask if they could place it and I figured, yeah, why not? So actually, my friends in Colorado, let me get the name of the yarn shop. In case you're interested in ever buying them in the store, I can tell you where this store is exactly. So the name of the store is called Makeshift Crafts and it is going to be in Westminster, Colorado. I will put the link of the shop below just in case you're anywhere in the Colorado area and you want to pop in at some point and purchase the earrings from the shop. They will be there starting in August, which is really exciting. In case you want to support your local yarn store or support me at your local yarn store, go ahead and check them out over there. But that was a really cool thing to happen. I also have an earring drop today, so lots of earring stuff today, but we are going to get into that right now. I need to get the pictures taken for tonight's drop. I have all the earrings that are going to be available today in this bag. I just keep them in here to keep them like away from hair and you know, all the things. So they're just in this bag and I'm going to be stamping my cards for them, all the good stuff, and then we will put them on the display rack I showed you guys last week, so that's good. Elephant in the room, if you can see behind us here, I have a giant spinning wheel. This is going to be my newest little adventure and hobby, so I will actually be making a separate video about it and it'll be uploaded on Thursday this week. So just in case you don't, oh, we have a visitor. So just in case you don't care too much about learning more about my yarn spinner, that way you don't have to watch it. But if you are interested, I will have an uploaded video on Thursday going into a little bit more detail about what I know about it and the process of me owning this wheel. So really excited to share that with you guys and maybe share a little bit of yarn spinning in our future. That would be really amazing. I also have some other whips I want to update you on, you know, all the normal things that we do in a studio vlog. And so yeah, I'm happy to have you here this week. Thank you for clicking on this video and joining Finn and I, and we are just going to get right into crafting. And by crafting, I really mean, say bye, Finn, getting our yarn hanks ready for the drop today. I'm not sure if I can get you a better camera angle. I'd love to have you on the table here while I do this, but I don't know that that'll be possible. So let me try to set you up in a better spot. That way we can chat and I can work at the same time. Actually, this spot ended up working out perfectly. I have you on the little stand I'm going to put the earrings on, so that's actually really convenient and I'm going to remember this for the future. But I need to lay out 35 cards. That's how many cards I need to be stamping for today. And then I'm just going to use my little stamp here, if you can see it on there. I got this on Etsy and it has been probably the best thing ever. I started using it when I very first got into doing markets. I stamped my little brown bags when I put your items that you purchase in it, and then I'd stamp any kind of like thing like this or just something I wanted my branding on. I felt like it looks a little bit more professional, so I will link this stamp for you in case you're interested in getting one for yourself. It wasn't too expensive and it's really cool to have like a customized personal stamp. So anyway, without further ado, let's lay these all out. Now that I have this giant wholesale order coming up, I don't know that I'm going to list all these pairs of earrings today in the drop because I do want to save some of them for the wholesale order, considering I don't have a whole lot of time to work on these all the time and I want to make sure obviously I get enough to her. So we'll kind of see how it goes. I do have some duplicates in here, but I know some of the colors definitely sell a little bit better than others. While I'm getting these set up, I'll also show you some of the new colors that I have made for the earrings. I ended up picking up some new colors in the embroidery floss, so I'm able to keep the colors kind of new and exciting in case people want more than one pair or two and they want to see new colors all the time. So anyway, that's what we got going on, and these stamps don't have to be perfect. Like, I'm okay when they're a little bit off. It kind of adds, like, I don't know, a little bit more of a handmade touch to them, a little more rustic maybe is the word I want. But I do this way ahead of time because the ink definitely needs a little bit of time to dry before we put the earrings on to the cards because the ink does tend to bleed or transfer a little bit. So this is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 cards stamped so far. While those are drying really quick, let me show you a couple colorways I'm excited about that are a little bit newer. So as far as my newer colors go, this color is not a new color, but it was not in my latest drop. I didn't have it in stock, but it is this really beautiful green color. Definitely one of my favorites, so I'm excited to have that one for today. I have this cute pair of blue and yellow. I think these are really fun. I have this one. This is more like blue and aqua blue with a very little bit of a pastel yellow in it. So I think these are really fun and pretty. Then there's this fun, like kind of gray, blue, more muted tone for people who don't like them quite as loud. I love this one. And then, oh, I actually grabbed two of the same one. And I think the only other color I didn't have last time that I have this time is going to be this shade of blue too. And this is a dark blue, a light blue, and a white. So this is my other newer shade, and then everything else is relatively the same. I'll also need to order some new embroidery floss to do the wholesale order with, because she did ask for some like fall shades since we're already somehow getting into the fall time, which is just absolutely crazy. But still, while these dry, I really like to give them enough time. I guess I'll show you another little like test swatch I was working on. So I do want to kind of I'm playing with the idea at least of making another one of those lacy Lou cardigans that I wear often and you guys really seem to like. So I loved it being paired with the cashmere yarn. I don't have any more cashmere yarn, but I do have the Diablo faux mohair basically from Hobbii. I have a bunch of extras of it. So I did want to see how it would look with this blue, because I love this blue I have. This is a Queensland cotton, and I believe the colorway is Cobalt. Oh, I might be wrong. I'll put the name on the screen if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure it's actually called something else. I love this color. However, it's a little bit too bright for me. Like, I wouldn't see myself wearing it out as much unless it was paired with a either baby pastel blue, which is definitely my first option for it, but I just have so much of this white that's just sitting, and I was like, maybe I could pair it with this white and see. So I did a mini little test swatch, and I just did this from memory. I know this isn't actually correct, but it's close enough where I could get the idea. And while it did mute the blue quite a bit, I definitely think I don't love the colors together. Like, I think it's a little bit too stark of a difference where it's almost looking like stripey, and I really don't want the colorway to look stripey. So I think I'm gonna have to go ahead and order the baby blue yarn. Luckily Hobbii does have a super affordable option for their like faux mohair yarn. It does have some mohair in it, but it's just not fully mohair, and it's not quite as soft, but it's good enough. I'd say it's a pretty decent affordable option if you wanted to give doubling your yarn a try when it comes to like using a mohair. So I think I just wanted to try this because I have so much and I didn't want to be wasteful, but it's one of those things where there's no sense in making it if I don't love the colorway, the way it looks, and just knowing how good this would look with like a baby pastel blue. I think I just have to go for that. So anyway, I did want to show you guys that before I ripped it back, because I'm just working on some, you know, ideas in my head of what I want to make next as like a personal project, and that was definitely one of them. So now that'll get put back on the back burner until I can get more yarn in from Hobbii. I do have actually one more project I'm working on with the Diablo yarn. It's a full Diablo cardigan, and it's a very yellow spring cardigan that I think I actually even started in the spring. I wanted to have it done by my birthday because it's my golden birthday this year, so I wanted to wear something like yellow gold color, and I put it down for quite a while because I was just not enjoying working with the mohair, like a full mohair project, and I've showed it to you guys multiple times. I'll show it to you again. I did pick it back up though, and I've actually made some significant progress coming back to it, so I'm really excited about that. And I think now that I had stepped away from it, I will be good to hopefully get it done still before my birthday. Fingers crossed. We have a couple weeks, but we have a couple busy weeks ahead of us, so I don't know that I will get it done, but that would be pretty freaking cool. So all right, these are all dry and I'm going to put them aside. I'm going to stamp one more batch. We'll put all the earrings on, and then we can look at what we're going to be putting out today for the drop at 6 p.m. Okay, all the earrings are prepped and ready for the drop. As you can see, I have them right here. I was fighting for my life to get some good lighting for some photos because it is so overcast outside. I mean, you can see the lighting in here is so bad right now, but I think I got something good enough. So fingers crossed this will be a good drop and everyone will enjoy these particular sets. We have quite a few more than last time. They didn't even all fit on the board, so I had to put some a little bit lower. So now I need to work on getting the listing updated and ready for 6 p.m., which is good. Still have a little bit of time until that time comes, and hopefully, fingers crossed, then I can take a little bit of time and work on that knit cardigan I was just talking to you about, the mohair one, because I do really want to get that off the needles ASAP. So that would be great. And then tomorrow we're actually going to start a really fun little granny square project. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm super excited. It's actually something that I feel like is like way overdue, and I'll share more, of course, tomorrow with you on that. But that is basically what the rest of our day is going to look like. I'm just going to hop on my laptop and get the listing updated. Like I said, I will post right here if there are any earrings left by the time this video comes up. And if not, I will maybe do another drop again in a little while once I get our wholesale order fulfilled and all that good stuff. So, okay, I will catch up with you when I have a little bit of an update, when the sale goes live and how it's going, all the things. Hey guys, so it's actually so much later. I totally forgot to give you an update before I showered and took off all my makeup and stuff. So excuse me, I'm kind of in my like lounge clothes and I'm just sitting down to knit, but I thought that I would show you my project really quickly, where I'm at with it before tonight starts, and then see, hopefully tomorrow morning I'll have some kind of progress to share, and also give you an earring update. So the earrings have been up for, let's see, it is exactly 9 o'clock right now. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 3 hours they've been up for. And I have, let's check. We have 6 left in stock and that's it. So that is really, really exciting. I'm so happy they did well again. I really didn't think they were gonna do that good this time. So really excited about that. Great news, blown off my mind. But now I will show you the updates I have on this project. So actually, funny enough, I need to switch the yarn strands I'm using to hold my stitches for my sleeve. I need to make them larger so I can actually like try this piece on, because right now this is the entire sleeve hole and I'm obviously not gonna fit through that. So this is what the piece is looking like as of now. Oh, it looks so cute in the viewfinder. Sorry, I'm also looking there. But yeah, I need to try it on and see how long it is on me. It's gonna stretch a lot once it's blocked, so I need to keep that in mind, but this is looking really cute. I'm really happy with the design. I think it's coming out really, really gorgeous, and I'm honestly just excited to be done working with 4 strands of mohair at the same time, plus working with 10mm knitting needles. It's been quite a process, but like I said, I'm kind of in a cruising spot now, so it's really working out a lot better for me than it was. But I'm gonna sit here, cozy up with my community project blanket, and I'm gonna watch probably a couple movies tonight, stay up a little bit later, and just enjoy some knitting time. So I will show you guys an update of this in the morning, hopefully something fun to share. Who knows, we'll see. Hey girl, good morning. So we have some updates to catch up on. Oh my goodness, I
franked up last night.
I was so excited because I actually casted off of the ribbing last night on the cardigan. I was so excited to show you guys. I made some good progress. I was all happy. It was about 12:30 last night when I called it quits on this and had finished, and I was like, oh cool, I'm gonna go try it on, see how cute it is, and get excited for the sleeves. I went and tried it on. Tell me why this thing is so ridiculously long. I'm gonna show you because it's not the vibe. Like, I'll put a picture of what the cardigan is supposed to look like and what I was going for, and then I'll show you now how long it actually is. And this is horrible because now I have to frog 4 strands of mohair to get this out. So this is it. Look how long and like frumpy this looks, it's also very large. So the fact that it's also too long and like drooping in the front here, it's just not it. So unfortunately, I'm going to frog till about, I think, hold on, let me see what I thought. 1, 2, 3, 4. At least to here, because I still have to then put the ribbing on, and then on top of that, this is also unblocked at the moment. So once it's blocked, it's obviously going to be a lot bigger. I might even try to go back 5 eyelets worth. I don't know right now, but anyway, I'm so upset about that because obviously that's so much extra work, and yeah, I really was loving this so far, and it's going to be fine. I just wish I would have, you know, probably tried it on and moved the sleeve so I could actually put it on a lot earlier. That was definitely a me mistake, but that's okay. I just wanted to give you like that little update from last night. I'll do this later, probably this evening off camera, and then next time you see that piece will probably be once it's finished. I won't give you too many more updates on that. But today, let's talk about what you and I are gonna do together, because that's what we're all here for. I need to first and foremost go drop off all the earring orders. I have 22 orders going out today. I sold all but 2 sets of earrings, and then I also had 2 other like little Etsy order things, some bookmarks, things like that that need to also go out along with the earrings. So that's awesome. I won't do that with you just for sake of like not being completely redundant. We just did that last vlog together, but you and I, let me grab what we're gonna do so we can chat about it. You and I are gonna work through more of this pile of granny squares, and we have a lot in this bin still. This is still our leftover from our community project last year, if you can even believe it. And this is after also we made 12 giveaway tote bags. So I have all these left, which is just so incredible still, like when I look at this bin to think about how many of you guys sent in squares and just how grateful I am. Anyway though, with all these lovely gorgeous squares, having them sit there is just very upsetting to me. I need them to be somewhere and doing something beautiful, and so the best thing I could think of is actually right behind us. So this chair I have here is just a black office chair. It's my husband's old chair that he got rid of and gave to me, and it's fine. It's just not cute. It doesn't fit the theme of our room. I usually have this hanging over it. This is a blanket I never finish, and I actually have some plans for us later in the month or early August, just because this month is kind of getting away from me, to flip this crochet project into something new. I have a really fun, beautiful idea for this blanket, so I think that's the direction we're going to go with it there. But I want to make like a slip for the back of my chair, something that fits over the chair perfectly and just looks really nice. And so when I'm sitting in my chair, you have like some more fun granny squares to look at behind me. Also, sorry if the wheel is kind of distracting behind me here. It's not gonna stay here forever, but just till I film my second part of the other video, I'm gonna have it there. So anyways, I am going to figure out how many granny squares wide this chair is. This chair is also very square in shape, as you can see. So it's gonna be a really easy thing to construct a slip for. And I'm just gonna do, you know, a couple granny squares across, and then this side piece here, I'm going to do in either pink or blue. I can't decide what color I wanna do yet. Oh, green's also an option. Green would kind of be fun. Whatever color I have the most of in my stash, that's kind of a bright, happy color, I will do that. And then obviously we will extend it to slip over the back here. So it'll literally go on like this. And then the sides will be whatever color we choose. And then if we have time in this video, I would also really love to do like a scallop border on the edging of it. I thought that'd be kind of fun to do. Fun little granny square project, and a project that you and I can feel like we did together because these are your guys' beautiful squares. Let's map out how many squares across this project is going to be by approximately how many squares down. Also note, I will not be doing the seat part because I don't want to be sitting on these squares and like potentially ruin them, wreck them. I just also don't find it necessary to have the squares on the
buttocks part.
So we're just gonna do the back of the chair that you'll be seeing in videos. I think that's plenty. But these are all approximately the same size squares, and we just have genuinely so many gorgeous squares. I'm just trying to keep thinking of projects we could do with all these beautiful squares. I really wanted to do some kind of like a wall art piece eventually. I just need to buy the canvas for it, and they're kind of pricey, so I've been holding off on that just for expense reasons. But that would be my next goal with some more of these granny squares, because we definitely won't use all of these for this project. And yeah, so I just want them to be in a place where they can be displayed and adored and loved and all the good things. So anyway, without further ado, let's just measure really quickly before we start packing orders about how many squares across. So let me bring the chair in here, and just in no particular order, I'm just grabbing the squares from the top. We have 1, 2, 3, if I can hold these all. Look at, these are all purple. Who would have known? 5. You guys, I am sitting here editing this video right now, and last night after I ended the vlog, I was like, why did this not work out that we didn't have a side paneling for the scallop border? There's no reason we should have had this much extra space. And I just got to this part of the video that I'm editing, and I said 5 when it was so clearly 4, as you can see, and my jaw hit my desk. Let me tell you, I was like, oh my goodness. So I immediately turn around as fast as I can and I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I never at any point of this video found out that it was 4 across, not 5 across, because I was being all slick, wrote it down for myself so I wouldn't forget, but obviously wrote down the wrong number. So clearly I don't know how to count. So embarrassing. I'm gonna leave it in because I think it's kind of funny, but now I can very clearly see why it did not work out the right way. So now I'll have to decide if I want to rip this back at some point and do it the original way. I'll probably just keep it 5 across. Anyways, I just thought it'd be funny to let you guys know that I just now found it out as I'm editing the next day as to why this didn't work out the way I thought it was going to yesterday. So enjoy our 5 across Granny Square desk chair cover, I guess. So, okay, yes, very good. About 5 across, look how fun that's gonna look. Okay, 5 across by, someone write this down for me as I'm working so I can remember. By 1, 2, okay, about 4 on this side, and then on the back side, which is obviously the longest side. Can you still even see it? No. 4, 5. Okay, so we'll do about 5 by 5 by 4. I'm definitely gonna write that down. I definitely will not remember that when the time comes. So 5 across, by 5 in the back, by 4 in the front. Okay, very good. Got that down for later. Now, before we get into having fun for the day, let's be small business owners first. Let's pack up all those orders, get that out, feel good about that, feel accomplished, and then we can get to our fun project together. I will meet back with you guys in probably a couple hours and we'll start our fun little project. So as I finish packing up these last few orders, I thought maybe I could share a funny little embarrassing story with you guys, and don't judge me because we're friends here, so you can't judge me for this, but I thought I would just tell you about something funny that happened to me last week while I was packing orders, and that's what made me think of it. But you know how sometimes things randomly just come back to your memory and you're just like, wait a minute, and it's something that happened like days, hours ago, whatever it is. So something I do every night is, sorry, I'm packing, so I'm gonna be moving around, but something I do every night is make my husband's lunch for the next day before work, and I always put like a little note in it, and I write XOXO wife at the bottom of it. And something I started doing with my orders on Etsy is if you order from me again, right now I'm using like these temporary cards because I ran out of business cards, so my orders feel really naked at the moment, but I'm adding just like this little, again, XOXO Dana on there. And as I was packing his lunch that night, I was writing my little note and I go to write XOXO and I start writing Dana instead of wife, and then I realized I am pretty sure in my last drop on one of the agains I wrote XOXO wife. I'm pretty sure I did it. So if you are watching this video and you got an order from me and it said XOXO wife on the card, no it didn't, okay? Cut me some slack. I cannot believe that I did that, but that is just, I guess, muscle memory that kicked in. I don't know what happened, but it was actually quite terrifying to think of. All of a sudden I'm like, I hope I didn't do that, but I feel in my heart it happened. But I thought I would just share that really funny little story with you guys as I'm finishing packing up the final orders here and getting ready to head off to the post office. I have found such a good little system for myself with packing these orders. It is right now, what time is it? 2:45, and I started this at 1. And I also even took all the backings off the earrings and put new backings on them because last night after we put all those on, I just wasn't feeling them. They're actually different backings than I usually put on. This morning as I was about to pack the orders, I was like, I actually don't want to use these backings. So I ripped all the old backings off, threw them out, threw that whole bag away, and put the ones I'm comfortable with and like the most on, and the ones I would want if I ordered them. So that's actually why it took so long. Everything else wasn't that time consuming now that I said I have this little like system down. And I also ended up keeping a pair for myself of the duplicates. So this is what they look like in case you were wondering before you decide to order or not. I'm just wearing like the light blue. I think they're super cute and fun. I also did keep a pair of the yellow ones from the last drop, so I'm gonna be done keeping earrings for now, but in case you wanted to see what they look like, I wanted to show you, and I love the way they look. The yellow was really cute, but it kind of blended in with my hair a little bit, so I think the blue is a really fun little pop of color, and I'm really, really excited about it. So, oh, and this person, it is her birthday, so I need to put a little birthday like sticker on here and write a little happy birthday on her note because she put it in the description. So, okay, let me finish this up and I will be back with you guys in just a second. Okay, we're back from shipping off the orders and we are jumping right into our project. So I just laid all the squares out that I think I would need, and my little rough measurement I did with you guys. I ended up measuring the chair with a tape measure, and it was 41 inches from where I want to start it to where I want to end it, which is exactly how long all these granny squares ended up being. So that was the perfect number. I'm so glad about that. I will show you what they look like in a second and kind of my thought process there. As far as seaming them together, we're going to do the classic slip stitch in the back loop, my favorite way to join granny squares, and I think I'm gonna go with blue. This is one of my favorite colors of blue. This was one of the big twist colors, and I don't know, this color just brings me a lot of joy. I have a lot of it left, so I figured I'd use this up. And then for the scallop border, I've had this over half a ball of Karen cotton cake for so long, and I feel like this would be really beautiful to make the scallop border with on the sides of the chair, just to give it like a little bit of dimension, because I think these go really nicely together. So that's kind of my plan. Originally, I was gonna do pink, like I said, but I don't have the shade of pink I want. Everything I have is more like hot pink or like a rose pink, and I'm not really looking for that right now. So let me show you the square set up really fast. I have Mr. Finn laying on them because the second I put granny squares down or any kind of crochet project, he is quick to lay upon them. So he is laying on over half the squares, but we will work around him, no problem. He is allowed to do whatever he wants around here. First we say hello to Finn. Hi, cutie patootie. So as you can see, he's modeling half of our squares here, but then we have the other half here. And the only thing I wanted to note for you guys, if you would ever try to do something like this, is once I reach the 4 squares up, which is the front side, so 1, 2, 3, 4, these 4 rows are going to be on the front of the chair, and then these 5 on the back of the chair. I did switch the configuration of these so that they're pointing this way, so they won't be upside down on the chair, if that makes sense. Like you can see with the hearts and everything. Maybe you can see with the hearts, I pointed them right now it looks like it is upwards, but it'll actually be downwards and be perfect there. So that is what we have all set up and ready to start seaming together. Again, I don't think this will take too long, but we're gonna get right into it. And I'm gonna just give him his ball of yarn to work with, and he'll probably start on that side and I'll start on this side, and we'll meet in the middle, right? Okay, good news. The front panel is completely done. I really like how the blue is looking, seaming it together. I usually just do like white or a very neutral color. So this is a really fun little pop of color and I'm glad I went for it. I was a little bit nervous, but seems like it worked out. So if I just hold it up like roughly, it is covering the chair perfectly. Let me show you. You can see it's actually fitting really, really nice and going right about where I want it, and when it's stretched it'll even be a little bit better. So that's good news. I'm glad it didn't shrink up too much, but now I'm gonna take a little bit of a break, and then when I come back we will finish the back panel. Hopefully that'll still be this evening, and if not we'll do it first thing in the morning, no problem. This project's going about as easy as I thought it would, so glad about that, and I'm excited to get the whole thing assembled now. I can't wait to see what it looks like. Good morning, everyone. Let's finish up this chair cover. Last night, after I told you I was gonna break for a little bit, I figured I might as well put all the granny squares together because you've already kind of seen how I did that. You don't really need a montage of me putting a bunch of squares together. So I am at the point where we are ready to add it onto the chair. A couple plans have changed, but overall we do have the same idea. So this is our giant strip of granny squares all put together. I'll back up. Look how pretty it looks. And you can see this is our front side where all of the squares come down this way perfectly, and then the back side, all the squares go down that way perfectly. So after I did fit it onto the chair, which I will show you in 1 second, I did actually see that this is gonna fit snug on the chair without that middle banding on this part. So we are going to skip the scallop border because we don't have what I was envisioning would be like a side panel that we'd have to connect together. 3, if I can hold these all. 5. We're just gonna end up seaming these right onto the chair as is. So just to show you, to help you better understand what I'm talking about, when we put the little slip over the chair like this, look how cute that looks. When we turn it to the side, you can see that it actually fits closed perfectly. It's like the perfect size. So we're just gonna end up slip stitching the sides together, and I'm gonna go all the way down to here where the chair arm is, and then just go around it and go the rest of the way down. And this doesn't really need to come off the chair at any point, so I'm probably just gonna do it right onto the chair. I did think about like attaching little strings and doing almost like a bow at the bottom, which could be really cute. We'll get the first part down, see how that looks, and then we can always do the second part in bows or just slip stitch it right onto the chair. Again, I'm not really worried about it. And then this side, of course, we'll just do the same exact thing. And then our chair cover will be completely done. I'm really so happy with it. The only other thing I wanted to mention is that when we get to this area up here, when we get to the top of the chair up here, I didn't account for not having that middle panel where I was gonna do some decreasing and make it fit nice. So what I'm gonna do is kind of do like an envelope fold almost. I'm gonna just fold this part in, so the top of this granny square in, and I'm gonna take this side and go like this side go like this, they'll meet in the middle, and I will just sew that down like that. So it'll just be stuck into place, but it's basically an envelope fold, if you will. So then from the front, it'll be nice and rounded to the chair like that. Hopefully you can see, and if not, when we do a close-up look on it, you'll see. But I'm gonna make sure it doesn't look bunched, it looks pretty, all that stuff. So that's what I'm gonna get into now, and then we're completely done with the chair, which is super, super exciting. I am a little bit sad about not putting the scallop border on. I thought that was gonna be a really cute little girly frilly touch to add, but this will be fine as is. I think this is busy enough where we don't necessarily need to add a little bit more busy to it. So let's get busy getting right to it, and we will seam up the sides and take a final look at our cutie little new chair cover, which I just adore so much. right, I'm officially at the little arm part, and I think what I'm gonna end up doing is just slip stitching around and then connect it back. I think I'm gonna go for that instead of creating a bow. There is just too much bottom section still available where I think having like a little bow wouldn't be snug enough. So I'm gonna just slip stitch around here and then reconnect and slip stitch the rest of the way down. I did also add this little tiny blue border, just 2 rows of single crochet to the bottom. I just thought it added like a nice little edging on the front and back panel. So we did do that. I forgot to mention that when I was telling you what we're doing. But anyway, this was super fast. Took me about, I don't know, 30 seconds to get to this point. So we'll just finish this up, do the other side, and then we'll be done. Okay, my friends, we have done it. We finished our cute granny square chair cover. I'm so excited about it. It feels so cozy and honestly feels like such an upgrade from our sunflower square blanket that we just threw over the side. So let me sit a little sideways so you can kind of see it a little more in this outro, but I'm so happy with the result. I can't wait to hear what you thought about it. I know it was a little bit of a random project this week, but honestly, sometimes it's fun to have these smaller projects where we get to just continue to use our scrap yarn up and also be able to display more of your guys' beautiful work. We still have so many squares yet, so we'll have to find more projects to get up to like this, but this has honestly been on my list for so long, and I think it came out so good considering what we were making. I think it definitely helps that the chair was a rectangle instead of like a more ergonomic shaped chair. I think we would have probably ran into a little bit more issues, but being this was just a nice little rectangle, I think this was the perfect fit for this chair, and I definitely think it fits the room space vibe a lot more, and it makes me so happy to have more of your guys' work out, like I said. So can't wait to hear what you think about it. If you'll give this a try yourself, I don't know, let me know. Are you gonna do something similar to this, or maybe this inspired you to make like a pillow cover or something cute like that? So just always so fun hanging out with you guys. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. Really quickly before I let you go for the week, I thought I'd update you one more time on my little knit project. I know I said I wouldn't update you too much till it's done, but I did want to let you guys know that I ended up frogging the whole bottom of the cardigan last night, and I re-knit the ribbing, and so we have 4 less sets of eyelets than we did last time. As you can see, it's substantially shorter now, which it looks really mini short now, but when I put it on, it doesn't look nearly as short. So I think that's where my discrepancy came in when I was knitting it. I just kept looking at it going, this isn't nearly long enough. I am so happy with it now, and I'm already working the sleeve, so that's good. It's worked in the round, so I should be done with this piece hopefully sooner than I actually thought I would, and hopefully by my birthday like I really wanted to. Also thought I would share with you, this is how much yarn I saved from frogging all those rows and then also working like a whole nother set of rows in the sleeve. So this is huge considering I don't have a lot of extra yarn laying around for this, and it's not something I can go pick up at the store really quick. So glad to save this, and honestly this kind of feels like just a relief to have all this extra yarn back. I guess I can show you really fast what it looks like on, so we can get an idea after I frog the rows what the difference is. And nothing against huge oversized cardigans, I just think for this particular design and style it was not what I was envisioning, and I'm really happy I did this because I'm gonna get so much more wear out of it now. So let me be your little bit of inspiration for the week, that if you have a project that you're just unsure about as you're working, or the vision is not coming together the same way, don't be afraid to rip it back and redo it, because it's so worth it if you're going to end up getting more wear time out of it. I mean, I put so much work into this piece already, it would have been a shame to leave it and then maybe not really wear it in the end. So now I definitely am so much more happy with it. So let me show you, hold on, I gotta hold this ball too. This is now the new length, which I think is is just so substantially better. This is it in the back. Again, this is unblocked, so once it's blocked, it'll be a little bit longer, but I just am way happier with this. It's way more what I envisioned, and I'm so excited to get it finished. Not only to have it done by my birthday, but I did buy some really cute yellow buttons at Joann's right before they closed, and when I bought those buttons, I envisioned putting it on this cardigan, so it's been a long time coming that I've wanted to have those on here, and I can't wait to have it all finished and the vision really come together. Just wanted to give you that little bit of encouragement to frog old projects if they aren't serving you and make them into something better, or fix your mistakes as you go so you don't have to frog an entire project when you're finished with it. Anyways, guys, I had such a fun little week with you. I'm so excited to now flip this into what I've been wanting to make this into. These two projects have just been living rent-free in my head back to back, and I knew once I did one, I'd have to do the other. So really excited to turn this into something else with you. We will get more into that in the next couple weeks, so stay tuned. I'm really excited to share all these new projects with you coming up. If you're more interested in learning about my wheel from the 1800s, make sure you come back Thursday. I'll have a video up on that. I've learned a lot of information about it, and I'm really excited to share more about spinning with you guys. We just have a lot of fun stuff going on, and I'm really feeling so grateful to get to share it with you. So thank you for being here. If you're new here and you feel like sticking around, don't forget to subscribe. I post new videos every Monday, occasionally on Thursdays. They're always crochet, knit, craft related. I would love to have you in the community if you'd love to join. Make sure you give this video a like before you leave today, and most importantly, thank you so much for letting me take up a little bit of your time here on the internet today. Have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!